Okay, so to give you guys some background on my pops, so he's from Port-au-Prince, Haiti. He lived there with a random family up until he was 7. His mom lived in the States. She stayed in West Palm, Florida. So at the age of 7, he finally was able to get on the plane and fly here. He didn't know any English, and it took him, a while to learn English. But um, up until then, he grew up in Florida. Um, at that time, I was living with my mom still, and my mom was still with my biological father, and yeah, it was. She was with him for 17 years. It was a hard time for her because he was abusive, and he did a lot of drugs. He put us in like dangerous situations. Like he used to. I remember in Walmart one time, he gave me a Walmart bag full of food or whatever it was and told me to walk out the store. And as I'm walking out, an officer is walking behind me and he's telling me to come here. And what he did was he gave me the bag and he left out the store to the car. So he was sitting in the car waiting for me to come out the store with the bag. Like no one would see a random kid walking out the store with a bag of stolen food. And so yeah, as I'm walking out, the officer stopped me, but my dad was in the car telling me to come here. So I'm scared. I don't know like who to listen to, but I end up going to the car. But I got to the car before the officer got there, and he ended up going on a chase, and he ended up getting away. But it was just stuff like that. It was just stupid. And so what happened was we lived in Georgia at that time, and now we had to move to Florida because of a situation. My biological father, he had robbed our neighbors, and then he left because there were some like dudes looking for him. So he left, and then he left us at the house with just us, my brothers, and my mom. And then later at nighttime, some people came to the door, and it was just my mom and the dog. And my mom went and grabbed her gun and ran to the door. And I don't know exactly what was happening, but it was just terrifying situations like that. But by the grace of God, when we end up moving to Florida, we had moved into a 2-bedroom apartment. Um, Me and my brothers, we stayed in one room, and then my mom and my pops, or my dad was in the other room. Um, he ended up driving, and he got arrested. And when he got arrested, he had a lot of stuff that he was wanted for, so he ended up going to prison for over a decade. And during this time, when he got arrested, even though he did so much hurt to my mom, she still loved him. So when he got arrested, she did everything she could to get him out. And this is the crazy part. So my stepdad right now, my pops, one day he seen my mom outside of our apartment crying, and he went to go ask her like what's wrong, and she told him everything, and he gave her money to go bond my dad out, but it ended up happening, so they didn't give him a bond. So after that, he just was around. He was helping out. At this time, I didn't know he was the one. He was the one buying the food. He was the one paying for the bills, and he was just helping my mom out. He wasn't even pursuing her. He wasn't trying to get at her. He was just helping her out. He